and welcome to this week's PennEnergy Petroleum News Video Update. I'm Stacy Schmidt. Oil prices continue to trade high, supported by the war in Libya and civil unrest across the Middle East and North Africa. As the economy continues to recover, demand is increasing, but markets are worried that supply may be disrupted. Oil prices reached a 30-month high, with Brent crude oil prices rising above the $120 mark in London and West Texas Intermediate rising above the $110 mark on the NYMEX. Although prices have retreated somewhat, they remain elevated. Offshore Brazil, Norwegian producer Statoil has begun production from its Peregrino oil field in the Campos Basin. The production, expected to plateau at 100,000 barrels of oil equivalent a day, Peregrino is estimated to contain up to 600 million recoverable barrels of oil equivalent. Additionally, Statoil has discovered even more oil with its Peregrino South well nearby. Transecting a 130-meter oil column, the Peregrino South well will likely increase the oil estimates for the reservoir. Another extension well is currently being drilled to the southwest, which may add even more potential for the field. Offshore Mexico, Pemex has evacuated more than 700 offshore staff and contractors from the Jupiter semi-submersible living quarters in the Gulf of Mexico. A problem with one of the floating pontoons on the facility was observed, and despite efforts to resolve the issue, the Jupiter flotille is sinking to the bottom of the sea. The Jupiter is owned and operated by a Pemex contractor, Codemar. Everyone aboard the facility was evacuated safely, and there were no injuries associated with the accident. Pemex is analyzing options to recover the facility. There are a number of vessels nearby that may be able to salvage equipment from the sea floor. Additionally, the company is investigating the accident. In shale news, the U.S. Department of Interior and the Bureau of Land Management, under the direction of President Obama, have begun the process of reevaluating plans made by then-President George W. Bush to open BLM lands in Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming to oil, shale, and tar sands exploration and development. The BLM is publishing a notice of intent to prepare a programmatic environmental impact statement with the Federal Register. The new administration is questioning whether the land should be developed because of the nascent character of technology for the development of these resources. As we approach the one-year anniversary of the Deepwater Horizon accident and Macondo oil spill in deep waters of the U.S. Gulf of Mexico, the number of drilling rigs active offshore in the U.S. is significantly less. Although the BOEMRE has begun to approve drilling permits in deep waters, the number of rigs drilling offshore the U.S. is less than half in April 2011 than 1 year ago. Drilling onshore in the U.S. has significantly increased with ramped-up activity in the various shale plays and unconventional resources across the country. Thank you for joining me this week for PennEnergy's Video News Update. For these stories and more, go to www.pennenergy.com. Thank you.